Welcome to the 196th District Court is in session. This is cause number 2019 CR 12859, State of Texas versus Arturo Marroquin. We're here today on a hearing regarding the court-appointed attorney, Mr. Jaime Aldape. And if we could have the attorneys make appearances, starting with the State of Texas, please.
Andrew Fields for the state.
Jaime Aldape on behalf of Arturo Marroquin.
And sir, are you the same Arturo Marroquin who's charged by indictment with evading arrest or detention with a vehicle? Is that you, sir?
I am Arturo Alejandro Marroquin, yes.
Now, but are you the same one that's been charged with this under indictment?
Well,
No, just answer yes or no, sir. I'm not going to go into whether you think, where you want to get into some legal argument about it. Just tell me if you're the same person that's been charged or not.
right. I am not the trust in the documents that's named Marroquin Arturo Alejandro. I am Arturo Alejandro Marroquin. Here
All right. Well, I'm going to make a judicial finding that you are the same Arturo Marroquin charged by indictment with evading arrest or detention with a vehicle. Now, we're on Zoom for this hearing. You're actually in our courtroom on our Zoom camera, but your attorney is on Zoom. I'm on Zoom, and Mr. Fields is also on Zoom. Normally, we have a document signing to have a hearing via video conference, but based on what I heard from Mr. Aldape, I decided just to go ahead and have a conference right now. All right, sir. I've appointed Mr. Jaime Aldape to be your attorney in this case, and he's explained to me that he's having a very difficult time of you communicating with him. You don't have to communicate him if you don't want to, but I have to admonish you, sir, that that is not a good plan to try to go to trial without communicating with your attorney in this case. If there's something that you would have a different attorney, I am not assigning you another court-appointed attorney, but you may on your own try to retain attorney at your own expense. You could proceed that way, but until that happens, I highly recommend that you communicate with Mr. Aldape. Now, I heard you say something along the lines that you're the trust that represents Mr. Arturo Marroquin, and I'll make the comment that that means you're part of the sovereign citizen movement, and I've had a number of defendants come through in the last couple of years making these sort of claims. I think, again, it'd be a very good idea for you to have communication with Mr. Aldape in regards to this case where you've been charged under indictment. You're looking at anywhere from 2 to 10 years in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice and up to a $10,000 fine. And it's a felony matter. So you have to be careful that you do not get a conviction in that type of case. I highly recommend that you talk to and communicate with Mr. Aldape. That is your choice. If you choose not to communicate with him, all I can do is set it for trial. Your attorney will be severely hampered in trying to make any type of defense for you if you do not communicate with him. Mr. Aldape, is there anything else that you'd like to put on the record?
Just a few things, Your Honor. I've made repeated attempts to contact Mr. Marroquin. During this time, he's indicated initially that he would only talk to me if I signed a lengthy contract. I've tried to advise him that I'm court appointed. I have no duty to sign additional contracts. Additionally, Your Honor, against my advice and even an attempt to talk to him, he has tried to directly contact the district attorney's office. He's actually contacted a couple of different district attorneys. He's also raised some other concerns that could have been resolved fairly easily if he had just been able to talk to me on the phone. But even as recently as this past week, I've sent him multiple text messages. I've sent him letters. I've left voicemail messages saying, I want to do a diligent and effective defense, but part of that includes communicating with each other. And thus far, he's refusing to talk to me, Your Honor.
All right. And I think, Mr. Aldape, if I recall correctly, you had filed a motion to withdraw. If you had, then I denied that. And the reason I denied that is because I just figured the next court-appointed attorney is going to have the same issues. And I'm not going to play the musical chairs of court-appointed attorneys on a case where We've got a competent, experienced attorney to handle this type of matter. So, Mr. Marroquin, again, all I can do is admonish you that you should communicate with your court-appointed attorney, or you have the option of retaining your own attorney in this case. I do not have a trial setting for you yet. We're still under the COVID-19 pandemic rules. We have very limited trial times available to me, and I'm trying to get most of the cases that are older than yours, and also where the defendant is currently in the Bexar County Jail. But sooner than later, your case may come up for trial. I highly recommend that you have communication with your court-appointed attorney in order for him to defend you in this case. Is there anything else from either of the attorneys from either side?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
All right, this hearing is now concluded. We are